This is Ken Leone, National Sales Manager for Longitude here at Heroics, and this is a quick video showing how Longitude integrates with Kibana and Elasticsearch. I've launched Kibana, and my Longitude instance is agentlessly sending performance data, availability data, and event information to an Elasticsearch NoSQL database. We're using Kibana to access the Elasticsearch and visualize what's going on within your IT infrastructure and your application. So I want to start with the dashboard here, and I'll just sort based on title, and let's go to the Longitude main menu. So this instance of Longitude and Kibana are configured to display server data, VMware metrics, and SQL performance as well. Let's start with the server dashboard. Currently, we're only going back 15 minutes. So what I want to do is adjust that. So where we see 15 minutes, let's go to today so far. You can use this for reporting on historical context as well. What we see here is a very high-level overview of the performance of my server and my server infrastructure. So here we see that no devices are down. It's a big green pie. If we had red slices in the pie, we know we have servers that are down. Our average response time for our pings is about 13 milliseconds. Andorra is taking the longest at 279 milliseconds. And anytime you see one of these horizontal bars, you can drill. So I can see what my ping response time has been today and when it peaks or when it valleys. Okay. I'm going to go back here. And also we have visual representations of when there's resource depletion problems. So I've configured this because we're in a test lab. Anything over 30% in terms of CPU turn yellow. So we can see that Kibana test has turned yellow. But you see here high level, we see our CPU usage, our memory usage, disk usage. You can see where I have drives that are full, and we're looking at disk I/O as well. Again, anytime you see a horizontal bar, you can drill. So now I see what's happening on this server, my process count, what the CPU queue length has been, what my memory utilization has been, CPU detail, network traffic, etc. Anytime you want more information, you can just drill. So my disk storage is what, 13%. If I want to see whether it changed at all over time, you can see it's pretty flat, but I can see what my average disk space has been over the last, well, for today. Okay, so what I can also do is right from here, I can just click on Home, for example, and I want to look at, I don't know, VMware. So let's look at our VMware dashboard. Again, high-level overview. Host count 2, virtual machines 17. Between the two hosts, I'm only using about 3% of CPU. The active memory between the two of them is only about 7%. Again, that's an average, and this is a test lab. Our consumed memory is about 55%. You can see here below I have information on host CPU, on memory, on disk, on network, on data store. If I want more detail, I can click on a host. And I can see here, for example, that I'm not using much in the way of CPU. I can see what my memory utilization is. I'm roughly, 5 gig of active, 32 gig of commit, and about 21 gig that's not being used. But I can also see what virtual machines are currently active and using resources on this host and virtual machine detail. But if I even want more information, I can click on a specific VM and I can get more information on that VM. And I can see what my CPU usage is, what my memory usage is. I can drill to get more detail as well. So this is the receive and transmit on the NIC on that VM. There's also a VM's overview, which gives you sort of a high altitude pass of what's going on in your virtual infrastructure. So I can see all my VMs. They're all sorted based on CPU, on memory, on disk I/O, on network throughput, etc. Very quick, very simple, very clean. To learn more about Longitude, feel free to click on the link below or email us at sales@heroics.com.